You're watching Broke Gourmet News with Roy Cooks a Lot. Good evening. We begin tonight with breaking news as fast food continues its domination and aggressive takeover of American households. Across the country, families report abandoning their kitchens entirely, opting instead for drive-through meals for the fifth night in a row. Authorities say unrest erupted after citizens were asked a simple question: what's for dinner? We now go live to our correspondent in the field who's been embedded in the chaos all day. Roy, what does it look like out there?
Yeah, now I'm standing here just blocks away from what was a functioning family kitchen. Folks around here say they had every intention of cooking tonight until somebody suggested ordering fast food. And experts warn if this trend continues, there may be no stopping the chaos.
You know, no wonder there's so much chaos in the streets. Remember when you used to be able to come home and not have very much money in the account, not have much food in the pantry, and decide, you know what, let's go get a few burgers and fries for the spouse and the kids and yourself because it's inexpensive, filling, and fun, right? Well, those days are long gone because right now fast food costs more than it does just to go to a sit-down restaurant. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, you know what? I say stay at home. And I have a recipe that's inexpensive, absolutely delicious, sounds fancy because it tastes fancy. It's called a creamy Tuscan chicken with a white wine reduction. That's the fancy part. But it's nothing fancy about it. It's just going to be fantastic. So let's head over to my tiny little kitchen and I'll show you what it is that we're going to need to make this happen.
Now, standard Tuscan chicken's very simple, pretty easy, very flavorful dish. I'm hoping with these two tweaks that I'm gonna do that we can elevate that dish somewhere up here. Now, one of the great things about this dish that I love is the fact that it doesn't take a lot of prep. As a matter of fact, the only thing we really got to prep here is the garlic and the sun-dried tomatoes. So here's what we got going on. I got garlic, sun-dried tomatoes, some butter, Italian seasoning, paprika, crushed red pepper, grated Parmesan cheese. Tweak number one is going to be some nice dry white wine. This is just some cheap, bottom of the barrel stuff. That's fine. It doesn't have to be fancy dancy. All-purpose flour, chicken stock, pepper, salt, heavy whipping cream, some baby spinach. Normally you'd be using chicken breast, but we're going to use chicken thighs. That's tweak number two. It'll all be on a bed of egg noodles. That is it. Now let's get that prepped up.
All right, here we go. Let's get this prepped up. So I chopped up about 8 cloves of garlic and cut up about 3/4 cup of the sun-dried tomatoes. And now we just want to get this chicken prepped up. So I'm going to put it in this bowl. We're going to season it up with salt and paprika. We'll start with the salt, get it all over it. Of course, mix that up really good. And then I took about, I'm going to say a tablespoon and a half, I guess. I didn't really measure anything of paprika. Just sprinkled it all over there and used my hands to mix it up really good. And that's our chicken. All right, now we're going to get the pan hot. Make sure we get it nice and hot at first. I added some canola oil to it. And now we're just going to fry these chicken thighs off. You want to get them as cooked as possible.
All right, so I have 4 people to feed, so I've got 8 of them in here. Hopefully I'm not overcrowding this too much. So I want to get these as cooked as possible. Now they're going to cook some more in the sauce, but when it's dealing with chicken, I like to make sure that it's completely done. So as soon as this is done to my liking, then we'll start making our sauce.
All right, chicken's done. We're gonna pull that out and get our sauce going. So I put in 2 tablespoons of butter, got that melted up really good. And once I got that melted, then the garlic goes in. We cook that off for about 30 seconds, get it nice and aromatic. And I threw in about a tablespoon of flour, made our roux. Give that a couple minutes of cooking that off, get that flour taste out of it. Now we're gonna add about 3/4 cup of the white wine. See how it's kind of thickening up? And just keep stirring it. We're gonna cook that alcohol out of it. Now we add 3/4 cup of heavy cream and 3/4 cup of chicken stock. Now we just want it thick enough to where it kind of coats your spoon. I put a teaspoon of Italian seasoning in and all of the sun-dried tomatoes, and then the chicken goes back in. Perfect. I mean, that fit just perfect. We just let those simmer. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? Oh man, that's right. I forgot a couple things. We can't put the chicken in yet. I gotta put the Parmesan cheese in there. What am I thinking? And then you know, that's not it. We gotta put the spinach in. We gotta get that in. I put about, I don't know, a couple handfuls. Added a little bit of extra chicken broth to it, or chicken stock to it. Thin it out a little bit. Now the chicken can go back in. Jeez. Okay, so I got water going for the pasta. We're just gonna cook that off through the instructions on the package. This is looking pretty good. I just wanna make sure it doesn't burn, and I got it down to number 6 here, so about medium. And I'm just gonna let those simmer until the pasta's done. And then that's it. Then we can dish it up. Look at that. Look at that. That looks absolutely stunning. All right, here we go. All right, now we're just gonna throw a cap on it and let it simmer. All right, pasta's done. Set that over here for now. Look at that. All right, that's beautiful. Let's dish this bad boy up. All right, first things first, put some noodles in here. Get a couple scoops. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now I want to get some of that sauce in there first. Let's scoop up some of that beautiful sauce. I wish the spinach was a little less done and a little more of that vibrant color to it, but that's okay. That's all right. That looks beautiful. All right, chicken goes on top. You know, sprinkle it with a little bit of red chili flakes. Put a little bit of some Parmesan cheese on top of that, and voila! There you have it. A feast fit for anyone. Like I said, who needs to spend a bunch of money going out to some fast food joint when you can make stuff like this right at home? And it's super simple, super inexpensive, and it did not take long at all. Now, I want to give this a shot real quick. Let's give it a taste. You know, I love it. That's what I love about using chicken thighs, because the meat is so tender. To me, it's far superior to chicken breast in an application like this. Absolutely perfect. You can put this over rice, potatoes. I prefer the noodle idea. I think mashed potatoes would be really good. The chicken's perfect. The noodles are perfect. Nice little glaze, just enough sauce. The white wine really gives it that magic. You know what I'm saying? It gives it that magic. You guys, yeah, make sure you don't leave that part out. And as you saw, I kind of made a few mistakes. You know, I had to put the chicken in. Oops, take the chicken out. And do a few things, put the chicken back in. But you know what? That's all part of the game, right? All right, tell you what. If you guys like what I do on my channel, do me a favor, like the video, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.